The apocalypse game has arrived. 100 million men and women across the globe were chosen as lords. Shelters were assigned at random. Everyone else could only become subjects. This is a life and death struggle, a cruel selection process. Countless people sacrifice their dignity, actively cozying up to others, all for a single ticket into a golden shelter. As for me, I drew the lowest tier shelter, a Watchtower. My girlfriend of 3 years gave me up without hesitation, treating me like an expendable goon. No one believed a rusty iron tower could withstand the supernatural tides at night, except for Yu. Or maybe she just believed in me. Now, the Watchtower has become the only beacon of light in the eternal night, suppressing ghost tides everywhere. I am now revered by the survivors as the most powerful lord of Luopoly. But now I've discovered that in Wanbalu, one of the other 3 major powers, thousands of people have suddenly gone out of the picture without a trace. Not a single word was sent out. I suspect an epic tier supernatural entity is behind this.
We have to leave here right now.
Shen Zhu. Shen Zhu.
It is over! Gaojin's sister is an epic lord! And she is already pulling up! She has vowed to wipe out every living soul in Shuantian City! Even the Salvation Army and the Alliance have followed suit and declared war! Why hasn't Lord Shen shown up yet? We barely survived the Eternal Night, and now the lords are starting a war. Why is it that even at the end of the world, humans still can't just unite, understand, and trust each other? It is always us regular people who catch a bullet. It is always us regular people who catch a bullet.
I heard Lord of the City Shen was ambushed at Wanbalu earlier. It doesn't look good for him! Otherwise, why hasn't he been seen for a month? He even left his woman in charge of governor! With these 3 massive forces closing in, we're just waiting to be slaughtered if we stay! I struggled so hard to survive until now, only to be humiliated here, without gaining a single benefit. Why should I have to go down with his shelter? The Salvation Army. If only I could join the Salvation Army.
Silence! Shu Huantian City has no room for cowards. Nor will we restrict your freedom. The gates are open. If you think Shuantian City will lose and want to save your skins, you can get out right now. But once you step through those gates, your lives are no longer our concern.
Madam Governor, letting all this labor go means they'll definitely be picked up real quick by the other 3 major powers. That is a significant loss.
Shuantian City never lacks labor. We only lack loyal subjects. Wait until they are found by the nearest Salvation Army. Only then will they truly understand the cruelty of the apocalypse and the mercy of the Lord of the City. But the price for that realization will be their own lives.
The Salvation Army.
Officer, we've left Shuantian City. We came specifically to join the Salvation Army. We've seen the light. We've seen the light.
Good. That is great. Leader Lei loves it when young blood like you walks right into his hands. Let them all through. Send them in!
As a fellow superpower shelter, the Salvation Army has to be just as good as Shuantian City.
Why? Isn't this the extraordinary shelter? Help! Shen Zhu, save me!
What is up, Shen Zhu? Was I a bit too much last night? Did I keep you from sleeping well?
Aren't we? We're back at the Hanging Tower.
Since we got back from Wanbao Tower yesterday, I felt you were restless. Is something on your mind?
When we were at Wanbao Tower, we were attacked by a specter. How did we get back after that?
Attacked? Wanbao Tower was empty. There weren't even any specters. You didn't stay long out of caution, and brought us back to Shuantian City right away.
What did you see?
Checked the secret treasure world, but there weren't any clues about treasure. Still, I feel like something terrifying is hiding here.
Guji, did you find anything else?
Sorry, Master. I am not good at sensing or scouting, so I didn't see any direct signs of danger. But everything here feels strange. It definitely isn't wise to stay.
Everyone, evacuate. Return to the Hanging Tower.
A level 5 extraordinary shelter, completely unclaimed and defenseless. But you aren't planning to merge the Hanging Tower, even though it would likely upgrade the Hanging Tower to an epic shelter. You said you are worried that once you pull the trigger to merge Wanbao Tower into the Hanging Tower, it'll shatter this illusion of peace and trigger a massive storm. Since everything is still unknown, it is better to be safe.
It seems I just had a nightmare. For a second, I thought Shuantian City was about to fall into the hands of an epic specter. What the hell is going on? Guji and Yueyu don't remember that mysterious humanoid anomaly we fought. Even the undead guards have no recollection. Was it a hallucination only I saw? Or rather, am I the only one who remembers what happened that day? And that humanoid anomaly was definitely epic ranked. Wanbao Tower is just too bizarre. It is no exaggeration to say it is the most dangerous place in Luopo Ridge now. What is even weirder is why that epic anomaly didn't kill me. And what did he do to me? Instead of guessing and taking risks alone, it is better to tell the other lords about Wanbao Tower. Tell the other lords. I'll gauge their reactions to see if there are any clues. This is freaking crazy. Someone who has been out of the picture for so long actually contacted me. Is she human or an anomaly?
I've been handling personal matters, and couldn't receive any outside communications. I am not sure why you've been trying to reach me so many times, Mayor Shen, or what the urgent business is.
Nothing urgent.
I just want to strike a deal with you, Manager Suxu. I don't know why you were out of touch for days, and Wanbao Tower was silent during the Eternal Night. I wonder what you were up to. If you ran into trouble, do you need any help?
Mayor Shen, you shouldn't pry into a girl's business, but if you are really that curious, you are more than welcome to visit Wanbao Tower. I haven't opened my doors to anyone lately, but I'll make an exception for you. Shinkan is waiting anytime, and I am down to talk through the night with you.
Let's stick to business. I have several gold-ranked treasures I don't need. If you are interested, Manager Su, we can trade for resources, or you can pay with netherstones.
Wanbao Tower has the best stock and treasure reserves in Luopo Ridge for common gold or silver rank items. I have the whole 9 yards. The only thing I lack are transcendent rank treasures.
I originally wanted to trade transcendent treasures with her, but I am not sure if the current Su Qingkan is human or an anomaly.
I don't need gold treasures. But if it is your request, Mayor Shen, no matter what, I am totally down to satisfy it. Including things outside of business. For instance, life.
I didn't know that Master Su had become so understanding and easy to talk to. Does it have something to do with what happened while you were missing?
Everyone knows who the overlord of the Luopo Ling region is now. Although we are both lords, whether it is a mutual aid association, the Salvation Army, or myself, if we want to survive the next Eternal Night, I am afraid we'll have to rely on you, Lord of the City Shen.
Is the Su Qingkan before me really herself, or a fake disguised as an eerie creature? Despite my doubts about Su Qingkan, I still used a few golden treasures. To trade for almost every variety of fruit and vegetable seeds, various mutated high-yield crop seeds, and blueprints for buildings like a garment factory.
Living things can't be traded through the system. The livestock pups you requested, I'll arrange for someone to deliver them to Shuantian Sheng personally.
This is a perfect chance to see if the people coming from Wanbalu are actually still alive.
Lord of the City Shen, I'll give you a piece of exclusive intel for free, no strings attached. I wonder if you'd like to hear it.
What intel?
The Salvation Army has been secretly colluding with eerie creatures lately, slaughtering their own citizens, to give the eerie creatures a treat.
Colluding with eerie creatures? She doesn't look like an eerie creature at all. After all, how could a creature fool the apocalypse game, steal a lord's identity, control the system, and complete a trade? Besides, it seems like she is genuinely helping me, but the strange phenomena at Wanbalu earlier still can't be explained. It couldn't have been a mass hallucination. Wait, if Su Qingkan is a disguised creature, she might be trying to do her dirty work through me, to incite infighting among humans. Telling me that questionable intel so I take out both the Salvation Army and the Mutual Aid Association. Only then tell me that questionable intel. After all, I've already got beef with him. If that is the case, it explains why he isn't in a hurry to kill me. I can't let her use Shuantian Sheng's power for her own ends. If she really is a smart, calculating epic rank eerie creature, then she is literally more dangerous than 100 city destroyers. I wonder if this cheat code that claims to enlighten everything will work on such an unknown thing. Enlightenment failed. Again.
Enlightenment failed. Successfully enlightened the mark of shared joy from the epic rank creature, the Joybringer. Triggered a mysterious mutation. The mark's effects of subconscious assimilation and manipulation have been erased. Changed to the mark of self. When facing psychic attacks or soul intrusions, all damage taken can be transferred 100% back to the caster.
Psychic backlash, damage transfer. So that is how it is. The epic creature, the Joybringer, can assimilate the subconscious and manipulate the mind, just like a Zerg Queen. It seems Su Khan fell for it too. Such a creature is truly terrifying. Lord Shen contacted me out of the blue. Did he notice unusual activity at Lorpa Ridge? I received a piece of intelligence. The Savior Army has been secretly colluding with ghosts lately, sacrificing their people as blood food for them. I wonder if the Mutual Aid Association knows about this. This is literally absurd. The other lords and I haven't heard a thing about it. No matter how stupid Lei Zhen is, he wouldn't be dumb enough to invite a wolf into his home, much less sacrifice himself to the ghosts. In this apocalypse, anything is possible. Besides, only lords can initiate communications and speak on the public channel. It is only natural that those people couldn't send any messages before they died. So what? Your Shuantian city gathers an undead army and sides with ghosts. You rely on intimidation to annex smaller territories, and that is how you own this region, in the end. How are your methods any different from the Savior armies? You stubborn dumbass. You are freaking wasting my time. Whoa. What did you say? In this vast Lorpa Ridge area, I can't find a single trustworthy human force capable of helping me deal with these terrifying ghosts. Must I really rely only on myself in the end? After the Eternal Night, the Sky Tower has been upgraded to level 7. Each floor is over 2,000 square feet. The inner city walls now cover over 10,000 square meters, which is larger than a football field. The Sky Tower's floor count has also increased to 12. To prepare for the next Eternal Night, or even the man-made disasters before it, I've done everything I can to get ready. This includes food supplies. Since I can't confirm if Su Khan's seeds are safe, I haven't planted them yet. Only the blueprints and nether stones are system items that work normally. Besides using nether stones to expand the turrets, I mainly use them to summon servants. The undead population has exceeded 2,000. They are led by W. Whether the intelligence on the Savior Army is true or not, the Wenbao Pavilion is controlled by the Joyous Ones. I must fortify the defenses in advance. The tactics of that at a ghost, while effective against humans, might not work on the undead.
Mayor, I am the trade envoy from Wanbao Pavilion. I've come to deliver goods by order of the director. If it is inconvenient for you to open the gates for inspection, we'll leave the goods outside and take our leave.
These people don't have the aura of Mingshi, nor do they have artifact energy attached to them. They look like ordinary humans. Perhaps I need to get closer to them to be sure. Why don't you let me go down there?
No. Contacting Wanbao Pavilion right now is too risky. Even if they seem normal on the surface. Give the order. Detain the envoy group below the city. Take everyone into custody. Send a unit of soldiers to quarantine and guard them in the outskirts. No one is allowed contact with them.
Yes, sir.
Mayor! What is the meaning of this?
These people must have been assimilated by Su Khan, no, by the Tangosha. I just don't know if they can assimilate others. I absolutely won't let them in to contaminate my citizens.
I've personally inspected them. These people aren't entities, and there is no trace of them being influenced. Their bodies are very fragile, so they pose no danger. The livestock are normal as well.
Setting aside whether the Tangosha can assimilate entities, even if they could, these undead are my servants. If they had any disloyalty, I would sense it.
I also followed your instructions to ask what they were doing during the days they disappeared. But they flatly denied any abnormalities, claiming Wanbao Pavilion has always been safe and normal.
Always safe and normal. Humph. I am afraid that is precisely the biggest abnormality.
Mayor Shen, we are soldiers from the Salvation Army. We've left the Salvation Army today to come to Shuantian City. We beg for your protection and shelter.
Promise to take in ordinary people who could make it here. But you are from the Salvation Army. How can I trust you?
Mayor Shen, the Salvation Army is no longer what it used to be. It doesn't deserve the name of Salvation. Lei Zhen's mind has been corrupted by entities. He opened the city gates and allowed entities to occupy the city. He even forced citizens to be sacrificed, feeding the entities with human flesh.
Su Khan didn't lie to me. What she said was true. Lei Zhen actually dared to collude with high-level entities. Has he lost it?
Although we haven't been targeted for sacrifice yet, we couldn't stand by and watch our fellow citizens be brutally murdered. We know better than anyone that the Salvation Army will eventually face a backlash. Their destruction is inevitable.
Just like the previous group. Let them camp outside the city. Put them under guard. This feeling of unease is becoming more obvious, for some reason. I feel like the Salvation Army isn't the real threat. Then, what could it be?
Attention! All surviving lords, the regional barriers of the New World have disappeared. Different regions can now communicate and cross over normally. The entity surge will also become more active and dangerous. Attention all surviving lords, the New World's regional barriers have vanished. Between different regions, travel and communication are now possible. The eerie tides will also become more active and dangerous. The regional barriers are gone. Great! I can finally contact Jin. I've been bored to death. If I remember correctly, it should be number 777. That kid. With his golden castle. Not knowing whether in that little place. I wonder how he is doing in that little place. He is probably showing off again. Territory coordinates are invalid. The Lord is dead. Unable to establish communication.
Invalid? Dead? This can't be! Jin!
Shaolan, you saw the system announcement, right? I came to find you immediately. Are you okay?
I did. My brother's territory signal is gone. What exactly is going on?
Shaolan, my condolences. Gao Jin, he is really gone.
How is this possible? He clearly had the golden shelter. No matter how dangerous the Eternal Night was, he should have had a high chance of survival. Did you fail to protect him? During the Eerie Tide, did he leave a body? Is there a place where he is buried?
I am sorry, Shaolan. It is my fault for not protecting him. But Gao Jin didn't die in the Eerie Tide. It was murder.
Murder? Who did it?
It was a lord from Lopa Ridge. His name is Shen Zhu. That despicable brat stole Gao Jin's castle and used Gao Jin as a sacrifice for the altar.
Shen Zhu! Tear you limb from limb! If I don't grind your bones to ash and skin you alive, I won't rest until you are dead!
The total number of lords remaining in the New World, 3,607,891.
The regional barriers have gone out of the picture. Does this mean the apocalypse game has entered the era? Does this mean the apocalypse game has entered the era? It has only been 2 months. The initial number of lords was a full 100 million. The initial number of lords was a full 100 million. But now, less than 4% remain. And the future of the apocalypse will likely become even more cruel. Number
91 of the Global Rich region. I will repay you 100-fold for what you did to my younger brother. I will repay you 100-fold for what you did to my younger brother. Even skinning you alive would not satisfy my hatred. I am issuing a bounty here. Anyone who provides information on this person or participates in attacking this person's territory will be rewarded with a large amount of nether stones.
Gao Jin's elder sister arrived so quickly. It must have been that kid Li Zhen who contacted her immediately. But now that the regional barriers are out of the picture, even if an epic shelter gets my coordinates, as long as my Sky City wants to leave, no one will be able to find it. The Mutual Aid Association is willing to collab in the hunt for Lord 91 of this region. This person commands undead monstrosities, causing his own kind to slaughter each other. His crimes are heinous, and he is a massive threat to humanity. The Salvation Army is also willing to join the hunt for Lord 91 of this region to bring justice for the victims.
Bullshit! When the Eternal Night City Crusher was smashing the city, the Mutual Aid Association shouldn't act so hypocritical here. Everyone, do not believe Legion of the Association. Sky City is Lopo Ridge's last safe holy land. We will support Lord Shen to the death.
During the last Eternal Night, the Mutual Aid Association seemed not to have suffered much loss. Their strength is unknown, and this Legion is suspected of colluding with monsters. The Salvation Army's combat power is on another level. As for these lords who are supporting me, at most, they can only offer vocal support. Having survived the last Eternal Night, even if they want to help me, they cannot influence the outcome of the battle. That Gao Jin's elder sister fought her way out of a region like the nuclear wasteland. And she possesses an epic shelter. I have absolutely no intel on her. In this fight, it is better to avoid a direct confrontation for now. I do not believe that epic shelter can catch up to a flying sky tower. Unless the sky tower can upgrade to the epic rank. Unless the sky tower can upgrade to the epic rank. Only then would it be worth taking the risk. Why contact me now instead of distancing yourself? Why contact me?
Lord Shen, you have seen the system announcement and the bounty, right? That number 888 is Gao Jin's elder sister, named Gao Xiaolan. Her shelter can move just like yours, and it is not slow at all. Plus, there are 2 transcendent shelters and other forces participating in the hunt. What do you plan to do?
What else can I do? Escape, of course. And what about you, Tower Master Su? Are you planning to cut ties with me? Or kick me while I am down?
I am here to help in your time of need. Of course. Oh, as long as we collab, I will overlook the fact that you detained my trade envoy, and you can still easily resolve this crisis.
I am all ears, but you should know that merely adding 1 level 5 transcendent shelter cannot have any substantial impact on the battle.
It is very simple. As long as Lord Shen merges my shelter into Sky City will naturally be able to upgrade to an epic rank shelter. At that time, you can not only successfully defend against the enemy, but even have hope of capturing Gao Jin's elder sister's shelter as well.
And what are your terms?
As long as Lord Shen is down for it, let me join Sky City. Move into the tower, receive protection, and become one of the mistresses there.
You really won't give up. I refuse.
What did you say? No, you shouldn't be able to refuse me. It is already the 5th day.
Seems an epic specter isn't all powerful after all. After planting the mark, it takes this many days to see results.
It figures you are different from typical lords. You actually managed to cut off my setup. I don't know how you did it. But it just proves I was right to choose you for a collab.
I didn't actually cut it off.
Also, that day, I hid on purpose and shut down the city defenses. I gave you a chance to merge with Wanbao Tower, but you were too cautious. You resisted the temptation of an epic sanctuary upgrade. That is why I had to roll up myself.
There was no one there that day.
It was a trap. This Spectre wanted me to merge with Wanbao Tower. Its goal is likely to use the chance to get inside the floating tower. Then it could straight up bypass the city walls and destroy the floating tower from within.
That mark works slowly on transcendent lords, especially on you. You've probably guessed my goal by now, but we can still collab. I'll help you resist those 3 major factions.
You killed Su Qingkan.
No, he is still alive. His consciousness, along with his subjects, became part of me. His body lies dormant in the Mother Hive. So Su Qingkan is also the one speaking to you. Unlike other specters, I don't eat people.
Why should I trust an epic spectre who tried to play me?
The Salvation Army colludes with specters. They're brutal. They devour hundreds of people daily. My people and I are naturally on their menu. So I need the floating city's power to save my own ass. After all, the Mother Hive is hidden inside Wanbao Tower, and it can't fly. The Mutual Aid Association and the Salvation Army have been eyeing Wanbao Tower's resources for a long time. Once you fall, Wanbao Tower will be the next target to be devoured. Besides the treasures, every woman will be abused by the Salvation Army. Bout those lunatics in the Mutual Aid Association. They won't even spare the children.
So, if you want an alliance,
I'll provide you with the best intel, and sign a system-verified covenant with you. The covenant binds us. Betrayal is totally out of the question. I also guarantee never to set foot in your territory, and I won't cause you any trouble. This is the blueprint for a transcendent weapon building. The electromagnetic railgun. You should know how precious it is. For gold rank and above, one blueprint can only build one structure. Wanbao Tower has the only copy. With it, you'll finally have an insurance policy against Gao Jing's elder sister. Well, is that enough sincerity? Once we win this battle, and take out the Mutual Aid Association and the Salvation Army, upgrading your sanctuary to epic status will be easy.
Not interested. That is like playing with fire. What is in it for me? You think just one transcendent blueprint is enough for me to take on 3 major factions? It is nowhere near enough. You are actually making demands. You are the one being targeted, while I am the one helping you. If I can't win, I can just fly away, but you'll be stuck on the spot, facing the full bombardment of the human alliance. So right now, you are the one who needs to beg me to stay and protect her like you.
Fine. Very well. You are the first human who has dared to threaten me. What else do you want?
5,000. At least 5,000 underworld stones. Not a single one less. Even if he is an epic horror, he can't openly defy the game rules. Replacing Su Qingkan was already his limit. I really do need his power to break this deadlock.
The Sanctuary Alliance between Shuantian City and Wanbao Tower has been officially established. Any attack or act that harms an ally's interests will be strictly punished. The alliance is valid for 6 months.
After such a long alliance, Tungo seems terrified that once it ends, I'll be the first to go after her. Well, she is right to be worried. An extraordinary weapon, but it is not enough to face a legendary sanctuary. That woman Su Qingkan is clearly trying to play me, hoping I'll clash with the 3 major powers, so she can reap the rewards. I won't fall for it that easily.
Awakening failed. Awakening successful. High-level mutation triggered. Extraordinary weapon. Electromagnetic railgun. Mutated into legendary weapon. Dark Star railgun. Weapon traits. No physical ammunition required. Draws energy from territory Mingxi reserves. Compresses micro black holes for a devastating strike.
Firepower is the ultimate truth. Too bad every shot costs hundreds of Mingxi. I'll skip the test for now. With this little appetizer, I'll finally have a chance to save my own ass against the legendary sanctuary. I can barely be considered capable of protecting myself.
The dragon is coming! The dragon is coming! Don't make a sound! Let us out!
Staying here! He's just waiting to die!
Legion is a monster! He is using us as bait for those horrors! Don't you guys have families? Open the door! all living human beings. Are we really going to open fire on our own people? Get a grip! The leader has totally lost it! The last officer who tried to talk sense into him became a meal yesterday for that abomination! Not even the bones are left! If they don't die today, tomorrow the one filling that monster's belly will be you and me! Open fire and push them back! Leader, we can't go on like this. The Great Dragon Lord's daily intake is getting higher and higher. A quarter of the residents in our territory have already been devoured alive. If this continues, no one will be down for work. Food production and weapon manufacturing will face a total collapse soon.
Why panic about a collapse? It is a good chance to clean out some non-workers, those inefficient fuck-ups. In this doomsday game, only the truly strong deserve to survive. The weak were born to be stepping stones. The Great Dragon Lord's increased appetite is a good thing. It means he'll soon break through the bottleneck to reach his complete epic form. His level will reach a terrifying level 8. That is when we'll officially join forces with Xiaolan's fleet to completely wipe out Shuantian City and that lowlife Shen Zhu. I am sure the thousands of people in Shen Zhu shelter will totally be enough for the Great Dragon Lord to have a feast, eat its fill.
Leader, but if we let the Great Dragon Lord keep growing, once he reaches his complete form, and no one can resist him anymore, then we...
You are worrying about nothing. The Great Dragon Lord promised me long ago, as long as I provide a steady supply of bloodstones, it will secure the power and status of us executives. The Great Dragon Lord is extraordinarily wise, and knows not to kill the goose that lays the golden eggs. He'll never wipe out all of humanity. He just needs a massive amount of energy to grow right now. That is why so many people are dying. Once this period passes and his evolution is complete, things will be fine. We humans live under the Great Dragon Lord's rule and protection. We gather resources for him, and he protects us. It is better than being torn to pieces by endless tides of monsters in the wilderness. Trust the wisdom of future generations. They'll adapt or solve the problem.
Humans living under the rule of monsters, kept like livestock and slaves, waiting in fear every day to be served on the dinner table. Is this really better than dying a quick death in battle? With no dignity, human civilization left to the mercy of monsters. Does it still have a reason to exist? Can it really still be called a civilization?
Let's get out of here! 2 major powers plus an epic lord are joining forces for the siege. Haltian City will definitely fall today. Right. Shen Zhu abandoned the Salvation Army and the Mutual Aid Association. His status is unknown. Now even Gaojin's sister is out for blood. US runs on the outside. Whoever stays will just be cannon fodder. The Salvation Army and that epic lord already put the word out. If we surrender now, not only will we have a clean slate, but they'll also give us weapons and supplies. Leader Lai, we're here to switch sides! We're down for the Salvation Army, and we're ready to serve you! Let's crush Huantian City together!
Perfect timing. I'll give you the perfect ending right now.
What is this monster? The Salvation Army is actually working with these things! Ah!
Just in time for the blood sacrifice before going to war. Let Lord Dragon fill up before he heads out. You just delivered yourselves to me.
Leader Li, you certainly are bold to use an epic level monster as a pawn.
In the apocalypse, desperate times call for desperate measures. As for Huantian City, we've got them cornered at their front door. They haven't even tried to fly away.
Shen Zhu is currently missing. The one in charge right now is just a woman. She is probably terrified. Or maybe she doesn't even have the authorization to start Huantian City.
Then we'll wait for Gao Xiaolan's epic sanctuary to arrive. We'll straight up crush them into pulp.
This is terrifying. The Salvation Army is literally a hellhole. Those traitors were all eaten by that monster. The Salvation Army is actually keeping such a horrific thing.
The size of that monster, it looks like it is already on the verge of epic level. Can Haltian City withstand this?
Shen Zhu, you killed my brother. Today, I will turn your Huantian City into rubble. Every living soul inside will melt into pools of radioactive gore.
Standing at the peak in the apocalypse often means being on the edge of the abyss.
Now Shuantian City is facing its most dangerous crisis since its founding. The danger far exceeds our first encounter with the City Crusher.
Shen Zhu, you coward. How much longer will you hide?
If you are here to settle a score, then you've come to the wrong person. Back then, Gao Jin relied on the forces of Huangjin Castle and Jiangxi Factory to send tanks and mercenaries to invade my territory and level my shelter to the ground. He also posted a bounty on me on every channel and repeatedly threatened me. Dealing with him was just about saving my own ass and taking out the trash. The moment he stepped onto my land, he should have been prepared for a gruesome death.
Shen Zhu, are you explaining all this to me now? Because you know your end is near. and you are starting to fold and beg for mercy. Too bad. My brother's life is worth 10,000 times more than the lives of you and your city of peasants combined. However, seeing how terrified you are, as long as you surrender quietly and offer no pointless resistance, I might show some mercy and guarantee that I'll spare the miserable lives of your citizens. But the 2 women by your side must kill themselves immediately, and control of your entire territory, including that mysterious building that summons undead servants, must be unconditionally transferred to me now. Like brother, like sister, equally arrogant.
Master, please give the order. I will board the ship and kill this woman.
Go Sholan. Your brother was just like you. Blindly confident. Until my men pinned him in the mud. And he begged for mercy. You want my territory. In your wet dreams. If you are so tough, come and take it yourself.
You ungrateful wretch! Then all of you can be buried as my brother's companions in death.
Shen Zhu has really lost it. He actually wants to go head-to-head against legendary starship cannons. It is freaking suicide. Get the troops ready. Seize the wreckage of the undead altar.
Yes, sir.
Xuantian City is at best just an extraordinary. Rank Sanctuary, his best weapon is, at most, an extraordinary tier defensive weapon. Extraordinary versus legendary. In this first round of crossfire, Xuantian City will go poof.
Shen Zhu, what the hell is he thinking? I clearly only gave him blueprints for an extraordinary rank railgun. Is he really stupid enough to rely on a single extraordinary weapon to withstand a legendary tier? Alien Mothership's main cannon. Could he have some way to bridge the gap between extraordinary and legendary ranks? That insurmountable power divide. No, it is impossible.
A legendary sanctuary might have legendary tier defense, but it is not necessarily equipped with legendary tier long-range strike weapons. This Gaoshala is tougher to deal with than I thought. That bitch Su Qingka totally divined that Gaoshalan had this kind of weaponry. We agreed to share intel, but she hid it on purpose. She's clearly screwing me over. Luckily, I've prepared for the worst.
One shot straight up drained. Over 200 underworld stones. This power can definitely hold its own. A legendary main cannon, but the consumption is terrifying.
That blocked it!
It actually blocked it! That was, after all, the main cannon of a legendary strike carrier!
No wonder he dared to take on 3 at once. Facing the arrival of a legendary warship, Xuantian City stayed rooted on the spot and didn't run. So this is his insurance policy. But if he thinks he can win with just this, he is being way too delusional. We haven't even made our move yet.
This kid must have poured all his resources into this one cannon! The stone consumption must be insane! One shell undrains his stones! We press the attack immediately! We totally can't let him catch his breath!
He has got some skill, a mere supernatural shelter, actually possessing a legendary weapon. No wonder he is acting so arrogant. I'd like to see how many people your turtle shell can protect. Open all hatches. Tear this city down. The wall is about to give way. The Mothership's destructive power is even greater than the city destroyers.
Don't sweat it. These grunts can't get in.
It is quite rare. This is the first time I've ever seen Xuancheng beaten this badly.
It seems the last Yongyi gave Shen Zhu too much confidence. He actually thought a mere supernatural shelter could take on 3 major forces at once. There's even one among them recklessly seeking revenge, an epic lord. If Shen Zhu refuses to take flight and escape now, I am afraid even the last chance to survive will be lost. Of course, he still won't be able to escape Xiaolan's pursuit.
What on earth is that monster? To think it could make Lord Longshan so pathetic! Lord Longshan is a genuine epic tier being. Damn it. I sacrificed the lives of over 1,000 subjects. They were real living people, and yet I still can't deal with Shen Zhu's personal guards. The walls are about to collapse. Everyone, launch the all-out assault. Seize all the women.
Crusader Knights, follow me and crush these heretics.
What is the point of rebuilding these walls? Building a level 7 wall? It costs at least 1,000 netherstones, and our coalition elites have already successfully made it through the walls. This is a total waste of netherstones.
Something's off.
This isn't good. We fell for it. Is this a barbican?
A barbican? What is a barbican?
It is the jarring catching a turtle in a jar. You know that, right? Forget it. Why am I even using idioms with a foreigner? It is like talking to a wall.
Now that you've fallen into my trap, did you really think you'd get out alive? Since you are here, you are staying forever.
Single-use item, Shroud of Darkness, Transcendent rank. It makes a specific building completely invisible and masks all energy signatures.
This item can hide buildings, but it is useless once revealed. The limitations are too much. It doesn't seem that useful. How did this even make it Transcendent rank when it is only one-time use?
Second wall blueprint. Golden tier. It allows for the construction of a brand new wall, independent of the first one.
According to the rules of the Doomsday game, once a territory acquires a wall blueprint, it usually cannot be built again. It can only be leveled up from the original structure. But this second wall blueprint actually breaks the rules. It straight up compensates for the territory's inability to rebuild. However, the cost is a full 200 ghost stones, which is several times that of a basic wall. If I use the Veil of Darkness to completely hide the original demon wall, then spend 200 ghost stones to build the second wall, and then intentionally let it collapse under enemy fire, it will create the illusion that the outer defenses have completely crumbled. Once they charge in, I'll reveal the hidden demon wall. Wouldn't that be a perfect trap for them? I didn't do what they expected and spend thousands of ghost stones to rebuild the wall.
By utilizing the shared level trait of the floating tower, rebuilding the second wall actually only cost me 200 ghost stones. A small price for a major setup. It is a great deal. As long as you die in Shuantian City territory, the Salvation Army and Mutual Aid Society shelters will all be mine.
Human guards, hear my command! Everyone, fall in!
This is bad! This is not good at all! Xiaolan!
None of them are useful. I even have to spend Mingxi to save them.
Damn it. We were too careless this time. No wonder he delayed the takeoff of Shuantianzhong for so long. He was just waiting for us to come in.
If I'd known, I shouldn't have blindly believed those rumors. The ones about Shen Zhu not showing up for a month because he was ambushed in Wanbalu territory, caught in a trap, and his fate was unknown. This was probably fake intel intentionally released by Wanbalu in cooperation with him. The fake intel deliberately put out.
With Gao Xiaolan leading the charge and the greed of capturing Shuancheng and splitting the massive loot clouding my judgment, I personally led the army deep into enemy lines. Now we're completely trapped like rats. Shen Zhu, you despicable, shameless coward! If you have the guts, get down here and face me head to head and fight for 300 rounds!
You want me to take matters into my own hands. You are not worthy. Someone will come to deal with you naturally, especially on behalf of those who died in your Salvation Army territory, the innocent civilians, to seek revenge.
It is you.
You defectors. Do you actually intend to kill your master? Lei Shen! You are worse than a beast. I must have been blind to actually choose to bring my family and join your shelter. That monster you fed actually ate my parents and my young child alive. I am going to avenge my family. A person like you is 10 million times more loathsome than those man-eating monsters. Li Zhen, today is the day you die.
Damn it. What kind of gear does Shuantian City have? Why was there never any intel? My shelter is clearly a superhuman rank military fortress. The military equipment it produces actually can't compete with his. If I'd known Shen Zhu was still alive, and so well prepared, I probably wouldn't have kept this intel to myself. Instead, I would have shared it with Lei Zhen and Miss Gao.
If these were ordinary undead, or weren't wearing armor from the Hell Factory, I am afraid I really would have lost a lot of troops to these mutual aid zealots.
Fuck up! The two allied armies can't even take down one supernatural shelter. We have to keep sending reinforcements. We'll draw them away by attacking elsewhere. These cannons are actually all level 7. They're already damaging the hull. Where did Shen Zhu get so many underworld stones? He totally could have upgraded the shelter to level 8 by now. Does he have OCD or something? What is going on? This weird wall is actually forcing the biological weapons to target it. Shen Zhu's shelter is freaking bizarre in every way. Self-destruct! Everyone, detonate!
The more troops you deploy, the faster they die. You are not just attacking, you are also repairing the walls for me.
Damn it! What the hell is this place? Lord Dragon God! Hurry and neutralize that weird woman! Come save us!
Come on, you ugly thing. I'll absolutely never let you take one step closer to Master. That guy Lei Zhen is actually quite useful. He is keeping an epic entity, but that epic entity almost messed up. To think a supernatural rank entity could beat it into such a pathetic state, even though that white-haired girl was boosted to level 8 by Shen Zhu. Being able to fight an epic entity is still hard to believe. About that epic entity growing stronger in the future, that is not my concern anymore. Anyways, Lobo Ridge is the one that'll take the hit. If it dares to enter the nuclear wasteland, someone will take care of it. A mere epic entity is far from being able to enslave the humans of the new world.
It is Lord Dragon God! Lord Dragon God has come to save us! No! Wait! That is not!
Guji is strong, and I've raised her to level 8, but against an epic tier giant bat, she won't last long. The corpses should be enough by now. It is not enough. This energy is far from enough.
Awakening failed.
It must succeed.
Awakening successful. Bone Dragon triggered a high-level mutation, promoted to epic tier Nether Bone Dragon.
Look, everyone! That is a real dragon! It is the Dragon City Lord Shen summoned! It is here to protect us!
The Spaniards! The epic Mothership! Before City Lord Shen's dragon! They are all nothing but jokes! Who gives this
This is an undead dragon from hell! Where did Shen Zhu get underworld stones to summon a monster like this? It is over! The Mutual Aid Association was ruined by Legion! That dumbass screwed us all!
How can this be? A transcendent lord from Lolpo Ridge, without sacrificing any of his own people. How can he command an epic supernatural creature?
Excellent. You truly are the dragon from the abyss. Heretic Shen Zhu, even if we fall today, we're dragging you to hell with us!
By the power of our souls, we sentence you to a mental judgment!
But why didn't it work? Any ordinary human, even if they don't suffer a mental breakdown, would at least pass out. Could he have divine protection?
Shen Zhu's cards to play are endless, far exceeding my expectations. I originally hoped they would burn it all to the ground, leaving both sides destroyed. What should I do now? What is going on? This seems to be the Lord Talent of the Mutual Aid Society leader. It is extremely effective against psychic entities, and it even caused some damage to the hive itself.
No! Lord Dragon! God, we are on your side!
Fine. Since the main cannon cannot blast you, I will go all out. Let's see if your transcendent tower is solid enough. Or if my epic mothership's power is stronger.
It is destructive enough, but against a massive alien mothership, this damage is barely a scratch. This is the end. Shen Zhu, I didn't originally intend to step in personally like this. After all, I didn't want to destroy such a precious supernatural sanctuary. This tower alone can house at least 10,000 people. To take it down, my mothership has actually taken heavy damage.
Looking at it that way, compared to your useless younger brother, Gao Jin, you actually have a bit more humanity.
I admit you are quite impressive, using this supernatural sanctuary to push me this far. My younger brother's death at your hands wasn't entirely in vain. Shen Zhu, if you had surrendered sooner, I might have shown some mercy and spared the ordinary citizens here. But it is too late now. Once I've completely taken over, everyone in this city will be buried with my younger brother.
Anyone can talk big, but aren't you celebrating a bit too early?
Still bluffing even when death is at your doorstep. This tower won't hold up much longer. Do you have any last words? What? Hoping that dragon will come save you. Looks like he is having too much fun. He clearly has no time for you. Clearly, you can't really command that epic dragon yet. Even though you are his master and you are about to die, he is still far away locked in a fierce battle with another monster. He is not coming back to save you at all. He is nowhere near as good as this white-haired one. The reason is simple. Although you summoned him, your lord rank is too low. You are only transcendent, and he belongs to the high and mighty dragon race. He
He is out for blood now, so naturally, he doesn't care about the life or death of a mortal ant like you.
I did overlook that part. After all, Bone Princess became transcendent early on, and she was very obedient. But this dragon clearly could kill that giant bat quickly. Yet he is choosing to torture it slowly instead. He is completely ignoring my order to fall back and defend. Alright, Go Xiaolan. Do you think you've already got this in the bag? That you've definitely beaten me?
Since you have no last words, get ready to move on. Why are you still so calm even when facing death? Why don't you beg for mercy? Fine, I'll grant your wish. Are you out of soul stones? Or have you just accepted your fate? At this distance, it is true that even if you fight back, there totally won't be anything left of you.
While I was away, you've worked hard. Let's watch the meteor shower together.
Meteor shower.
What is going on? What is that thing?
Two lords are within the territory of the Shuankang Tower. The Shuankang Tower is undergoing a forced fusion, supernatural rank, military fortress, and the Gongzhuhui Cathedral. Shelter core data is restructuring. Congrats, Lord number 91. Shuankang Tower, the supernatural rank has been promoted to Tianxiang Tower, epic rank.
Finally, the epic sanctuary, amidst the apocalypse, has gained another layer of security.
An auditorium level has been added to the sanctuary. The effect gradually enhances all residents' conscience and sense of order, as well as their loyalty and devotion to the Lord. This is limited to the inner city area. The sanctuary has added fighter jets, production lines, and launch platforms. After the sanctuary reached the epic tier, the Children of the Sky effect was added. When the sanctuary ascends to high altitudes, all residents can breathe freely and safely, and its movement speed increases.
The sanctuary's evolution path seems to be moving further away from the ground. In the coming apocalypse, the ground could indeed become increasingly dangerous.
All is lost. How could this happen? Down! We have to leave now. Charging at full power!
Master, aren't we chasing them?
Don't push a cornered enemy. Trying to forcibly detain another mobile shelter of the epic rank isn't that easy. We've already hit the jackpot this time now. Only the Bone Dragon can catch up to it. But if they're pushed too far, they might act out of desperation, destroying everything. If they self-destruct the Mothership and take us down with them, it'll be more trouble than it is worth. There is no need to rush. With the support of Wan Balu, once we've had the time to thoroughly process the spoils of this battle, Gao Xiaolan's Mothership shelter will eventually be ours for the taking.
When Master was in danger just now, and the alien motherships were ganging up on him. As a member of our territory's forces, why didn't you return in time to protect Master?
Fine. Considering you brought back plenty of nether stones and epic treasures this time, I won't hold what happened before against you.
Geez. Right after the successful enlightenment, when he first reached the epic rank, this guy didn't even give me a glance. He turned around and immediately went to lock in with that giant bat. Now that I am an epic lord, he is acting like such a good boy. The hierarchy ingrained in these dragons is honestly way too realistic.
Alright, stop lying around here. Go play somewhere else.
You're really starting to look more and more like a big dog. But then again, with a size like this, I can't just keep you tied up and walk you like a pet in the inner city all day.
Can't even tell what this is. Could it be an epic building blueprint?
Shen Zhu, what kind of treasure is this exactly? Too bad it is not a blueprint.
While it isn't a building blueprint, its value might be more than any building in helping us survive through the apocalypse.
Shen Zhu, this isn't the One Ring, is it? You know, the kind where if you put it on, you'll be corrupted by the evil power inside, and your whole personality changes, turning you into a vengeful villain.
You've watched too many movies. Don't worry. This thing has no side effects.
Epic treasure. The sovereign ring. Where the sovereign descends, shall be a place of sanctuary. All traitors shall perish. All monstrosities shall be scattered. Trait epic rank or higher only. The sanctuary lord can be bonded and wear it. Once activated, it will form an exclusive sovereign armament. Based on the sanctuary's traits, it significantly boosts the lord's personal combat power.
Sovereign armament. One man is the sanctuary itself.
The Savior Army and the Mutual Aid Society were completely wiped out. Even that epic mothership was forced to retreat. Shen Zhu actually took on all three alone. And he won it all. I planned to let them fight it out. So that's when they were both weakened. I could step in and reap the rewards. But look at things now. Shen Zhu didn't just win. He took the opportunity to merge the two supernatural shelters. Shuantian City has become the only epic shelter in Luopo Ridge. He is completely unstoppable. Now, if I stay here, once the 6-month pact is up, Shen Zhu will totally come after me first. There is no way he'll tolerate an epic entity living right under his nose, and still be able to sleep at night. Should I tap into Wanbao Tower's reserves now, and force a relocation to escape? Or... Run? Number? Why should I run? Since conventional methods won't beat you, maybe I should try a different approach.
So, Qing Khan, why did you break the pact? We agreed that you'd never step foot inside Shuantian City territory.
Lord of the City Shen, don't be so angry. The terms of the pact are crystal clear. We just can't hurt each other. As for not entering each other's territory, that was just a verbal promise. She is here to celebrate your victory. Lord of the City Shen, is that not allowed? According to the pact, I can't do anything against you or Shuantian City that would be harmful. And your Shuantian City is also restricted by the pact. You totally can't pull the trigger on me, right?
Speaking of which, why is she smiling so creepily? You guys didn't secretly strike some shady deal behind my back, did you?
It is definitely shady. Oh, Watchtower, what exactly are you doing?
Shen Zhu, didn't you say you didn't want to merge with my Wanbao building? But today, I am giving Wanbao building to you anyway.
This is bad.
Suchi God! Stop right there!
Is she nuts? Why would she slit her own throat? And come all the way here to do it? What the hell is going on?
Hold up.
Could it be? She sacrificed herself to set a trap. Fine. Great. Peachy. 有情感，唐狗臣 ，just you wait。
Unfortunately, even though Su Qingkan is dead, this broodmother entity is still subject to the system's absolute constraints. During the alliance, I am unable to lay a hand on my ally subjects.
Shen Zhu, why is there a monster straight up entering our territory? And it doesn't even look like it was summoned from the Abyss Altar. The vibe is totally off.
Because it wasn't summoned. Su Qingkan used her own life and Wan Baolu's legacy to deliberately send it in.
How is it, love? Distinguished Governor Shen, do you like the gift I sent?
Arriving uninvited and trespassing on my territory. Am I supposed to welcome or even thank you?
No need to be so tense, no need to be afraid. During the remaining 5 months of the Covenant, I cannot harm you or any of your people. Naturally, out of the system's fairness, you cannot harm me or this hive either.
So you are quite confident that when the second the Covenant ends, before I can completely kill you, you'll assimilate us all first.
Not including you, of course. You are special, Governor Shen. I admit I can't do it right now. I've decided that even if I have the power, I won't merge you into my hive. Besides the hive not merging male consciousness, I am personally very interested in you. Perhaps in the future we might even unite with each other.
So the hive only assimilates women. Then those marks before were a special form of gaslighting. Do you think you are funny?
How is it you let even her get close? Do you despise me just because I am an aberration too, even though I am of a higher rank? Just because I don't have a human face? You should know, or rather we, have thousands of female bodies. You are welcome to pick one you like, then I'll use that body to communicate with you. Well, only verbally at first, of course.
Tell me your real purpose. You want to assimilate all the women in my territory. Rest assured, I totally won't let you succeed.
Assimilate isn't quite the right word. Neural merge would be more accurate. Just like your Sky Tower merged the Salvation Army and the Mutual Aid Society, I want to collab with you to establish a new order where aberrations and humans coexist in peace. Naturally, I wouldn't harm humans without reason.
Shoving thousands of living people into the hive to turn them into monsters. This is what you call peaceful coexistence with humanity.
You humans have clever minds, powerful shelters and extraordinary combat power, yet you fight and kill each other every day in the apocalypse. You even slaughter your own defenseless kind. From our perspective, this fratricide is a completely incomprehensible mistake that should be corrected. People like you wasting your lives fighting each other, as soon as the eternal night ends, won't survive long in this brutal apocalypse. Why not be one of us? We can enjoy bliss and eternal peace together. You'll never have to worry about the eternal night, or the ghost tide again.
That is bullshit! Turning everyone into mindless monsters! What kind of peace is that?
Little girl, I existed in this world long before the apocalypse game began. That includes Su Qingkan. Not long after she arrived in this world, she consciously threw herself into my arms and became a part of us. Su Qingkan's physical body may be dead, but she is speaking to you right now with a clear consciousness. She didn't feel any pain before. In other words, if you join us, as long as the hive lives, you'll have eternal life. See, they aren't dead. Because they fear the eternal night and death, they merge their minds with mine of their own free will. They enjoy total safety and happiness. There is no hunger there, no pain, and no betrayal. Why do you think the predictions at Wenbao Tower were always so accurate? Because the consciousness of thousands of humans provided processing power for the hive. That is how the results were calculated. With such power, plus the strength of Shuantian City, safety in this apocalypse is basically guaranteed. Shen Zhu, there is only one question left for you. Will you let your people suffer through the apocalypse with their eyes wide open, knowing they could die in the wild at any moment? Or will they sleep happily in the hive, and gain eternal life. I won't force you, but you should at least be generous enough to give the women in Shuantian City who fear death the right to choose. Shen Zhu, even after our covenant ends in 5 months, I would never hurt you. Last time at Watchtower, I clearly had the chance. Yet I still let you go. That proves my point. During the covenant, I can still calculate for you for free, and track Cao Xiaolan's fleet. We can still collab. Everything I've done is for you, and for us. If you are down for it, I'll even agree to let you be my husband. You'll keep your own independent consciousness, while experiencing ultimate bliss, through a deep physical and mental connection. And I've never held that ceremony with any other human. Our union would be a massive leap forward, for both Spectre and human civilization.
Shut up! What kind of nonsense is that? Shen Zhu! Don't believe her! She is a Spectre! There are so many people's minds merged together. God! Just thinking about that!
The terms do seem harmless to me, I have to say. It was a smart move, but a risky one. Now that Shuantian City is an epic shelter, you've dared to enter the game yourself. Let's see who gets the last laugh once the covenant ends. Don't think you can use this slow burn method to lull me into a false sense of security and scheme against me. If you make a move on my territory or do anything reckless, I'll risk being erased by the covenant and face the consequences, just to drag you down with me.
My dear City Lord Shen, from now on, I'll prove my sincerity through my actions. I'll do everything to find Cao Xiaolan, and even help you take the throne of the new world.
The throne.
The epic treasure, the sovereign ring, where the sovereign descends, is the place of sanctuary.
Does the new world really have a throne? And does it involve that ring? Maybe she knows something, but I can't let her find out that I have the sovereign ring yet. Constrained by the system covenant, I've temporarily accepted this dangerous cohabitation with an epic tier entity. More importantly, if Shuantian City wants to ensure there are no loose ends, and search the unknown nuclear ruins for Cao Xiaolan's whereabouts, it definitely needs the companion's help.
It is the Royal Army! The Salvation Army's tyranny is finally over! We're finally saved!
Anyone defying Shuantian City administrators will be exiled.
Only those who stay in line, contribute to the territory's production and development with actual results, and pass strict screening, are eligible to live in the inner city. With the integration of the 2 major shelters, Shuantian City's population has officially exceeded 10,000. If we count those dormant in the Joyful One's mother hive, namely the thousands of women from Watchtower, the total population is nearing 20,000. Yu continues as consul, leading the cabinet with me. She has selected trusted lords like Shao Qing, who surrendered during the Second Eternal Night and are worthy of trust, to join the cabinet and assist with logistics and civil affairs. Since Su Qingkang's suicide and the appearance of the Joyful One, the mother hive has fallen into an eerie silence. The Joyful One hasn't appeared from the fleshy walls, and has kept to itself. After the cabinet's repeated warnings and strict quarantine measures, residents have kept their distance from the ominous mother hive. No one dares to step near it, as they would face severe punishment, including possible exile from Shuantian City. As the smoke from the defense of Shuantian City clears, various systems are back on track. Order has been established within this epic shelter and things are moving forward during this brief peace. Shuantian City has become the safest refuge in Luopo Ridge and the surrounding areas, the safest refuge of all. Almost every day, displaced refugees or struggling lords apply to join us. But the truth is, if it weren't for the Joyful One's pact deadline and the threat from Cao Xiaolan, otherwise, I would simply want to live a stable life and preserve the spark of humanity.
Enlightenment successful. The Great Hall triggered an advanced mutation.
This way, we won't have to worry about only having heavy ballistae and turrets for air defense. If Cao Xiaolan's mothership returns, it won't be able to just entangle the Tianqiong Tower. It can at least hold it off for a while. My sense of security has skyrocketed.
Enlightenment successful. The Great Hall triggered a common mutation. The Holy Fire will automatically regulate the territory's temperature, warm in the winter and cool in the summer. It is now suitable for human habitation.
Why did it suddenly become so warm? Did the Lord do something again? This way. Everyone can have a comfortable winter.
Enlightenment successful. The Air Force triggered an advanced mutation.
Come out, Tangosha. Since you've joined Shuantian City, it is time to settle some scores. I need Gao Xiaolan's exact location and movements.
Lord Shen, are you getting restless so soon? Do you already want to counterattack Hefei?
Gao Xiaolan must be recovering and regaining her strength, and maybe even preparing to deal with me again. Of course I have to hurry.
The Hefei area is much more dangerous and eerie than you imagine. There is more than one epic lord there. It is shrouded in high-intensity mutated radiation all year round. Not going to lie, from a rational perspective, I don't recommend that you or the Sanctuary get anywhere near there. Even with high-altitude flight, it is not foolproof. From Gao Xiaolan's semi-mechanical, semi-biological aberrant mothership, and Gao Xiaolan's own appearance, you can glimpse what a living hell the nuclear ruins truly is.
I will not let Huantian City go deep into the nuclear ruins, nor will I let it get bogged down in a war, or clash with other local lords. Once Gao Xiaolan is killed, Huantian City will immediately retreat to the Luopo Ridge area to develop steadily.
I also know that, given your personality, you will never let Gao Xiaolan go. Among the treasures moved from Wanbao Pavilion earlier, we have stocked plenty of radiation-proof gear and special serums. You can check their safety first, then pick what you need to take. As for Gao Xiaolan's hiding place, she is not hiding in her mothership, but is hiding with one of her allies, in a local sanctuary that has also reached the epic tier. That place is called Dungeon Zero.
If the dungeon is an underground sanctuary, Huantian City's aerial advantage might be hard to utilize.
Not going to lie, if it were not for Dungeon Zero being an underground sanctuary that cannot easily mobilize for a march, and the fact that Gao Xiaolan thought dealing with a mere transcendent lord did not warrant owing her ally such a huge favor, she would not have chosen to come alone in her mothership. If the forces of two epic tier sanctuaries had gone all out back then, working with the Mutual Aid Association and the Salvation Army to surround you, even you, totally would not have survived that disaster.
You say that like an epic monstrosity, like you would have been spared.
Shen Zhu, really? Are you sure you want to leave the protection of the sanctuary to go deep into a completely unknown and dangerous zone?
There are two main reasons for this infiltration. If Shuantian City's massive presence approaches directly, it will definitely trigger extreme wariness from the local nuclear ruin lords. Instead of letting them team up, we should first test the waters. As for the second point, which is also the most critical, I don't fully trust the intel. Intel provided by the Joy Seekers. You can only believe half of what those spooks say.
I don't trust him either, but maybe we can send a few elite human recon squads in first to investigate.
It is useless. The wider the net you cast, the more tracks and flaws you leave behind. Instead, it'll likely alert Gao Xiaolan and the local Dungeon Zero lords. Once their factions feel threatened and team up to resist, trying to deal with Gao Xiaolan later will only be much more of a hassle.
But
regarding safety, I'll have Guji protecting me personally. The Nether Ancient Dragon will be providing support from above. With Shuantian City's speed, it can also provide quick support in a crisis. There is no need to worry.
Well, can't you let Dagu go with you?
Fine. It is indeed safer with Guji there. Then just be extremely careful. The cabinet and I will handle the sanctuary. Nothing will go wrong here. If anything unexpected happens, I'll notify you immediately.
Good. I am leaving it to you. Let's head out. This ancient dragon is great and all, but this spine is really, as always, a real pain in the peach.
Master, if you are uncomfortable, would you like to sit on me?
No thanks. I think this dragon's back is fine. It is quite a workout. I wonder if the undead are affected by radiation. Better drink this just to be safe.
Oh.
Thank you all for the help.
Don't mention it. We should help each other in the apocalypse.
This amount of underworld stone. The warehouses in Shuangtian City are full of them.
Judging by how you are dressed, you haven't been in the nuclear ruins long, have you? Are you headed to Underground City Zero?
Yes. We're going there too.
What a coincidence. Our squad is heading back now. Out here in the wasteland, these radiated ghouls are everywhere. The two of you don't even have decent heavy weapons. Why not come with us? At least we can watch each other's backs.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
To survive the nuclear ruins, this kid injected himself with the local gene serum. This is the price. He can't suppress the radiation mutations. Coughing up blood is normal for him now, but we don't have to fear radiation anymore.
Underground City Zero allows irradiated people inside.
Haas, you are safe from radiation inside the city, as long as you can pay the 10-stone entry fee. Or if you are useful. The city doesn't care if you are human or a monster. The city lord has been broadcasting on the channel lately. The third eternal night is coming. Underground City Zero is recruiting guards. If you are chosen, you'll get a gene enhancement serum and stones, survive the eternal night. And there is a bonus, maybe even a tier 2 gene serum. That is why you are here, right? Even if we aren't lords throwing nether stones into the fire, can act as a temporary small sanctuary fire. But the consumption rate is higher than the fire in the sanctuary, and it is not as effective. Plus, it can't be leveled up.
Captain, look at that kid. He looks so soft, and there isn't a single trace of supernatural energy on him. If you ask me, he is just some spoiled brat from a fallen sanctuary. He even brought a pretty female bodyguard along.
Huh. A pampered rich kid like him, daring to wander into the nuclear ruins. If he hadn't run into us, the monsters would have torn him apart by now. Once he gets to a place like Underground City Zero, where they'll eat you alive, he won't last long.
Once they're inside, that bodyguard will probably be snatched up on the first day by the city's elites or the security forces. About him, he'll likely end up begging on the streets. He won't even last 3 days. Maybe we should recruit him into our squad.
Are you into him or something, woman? Our team doesn't carry deadweight. Hunting in the wasteland with deadweight. Are you trying to get us killed?
That is enough. Knock it off. We're dropping them off at the Underground City tomorrow, which is already more than enough. After that, they're on their own.
First time in the city? 15 nether stones each?
They look like easy targets. No signs of radiation distortion or a transcendent aura. It figures they're getting ripped off.
Oh, spending like a big shot, I see. But now I suspect you are carrying contraband. Let's see what this chick is hiding on her person. Into that room now. I'll let you go once I am done.
Those two outsiders actually dared, at the entrance of Linghao Underground City, to cut off a guard's hand. They're so dead. That guy looks like a weakling. But the female bodyguard he is with has a hell of a temper. She's ruthless.
Fast. So fast. I didn't even see her draw her sword. She is at least silver rank, a level 5 transcendent.
Officer, that guard just tried to jack up the price. Not only was he extorting us, but the jerk also got handsy. He was harassing a female guard. They brought this on themselves.
She's likely at least silver tier, a level 5 transcendent, maybe even gold tier. The third eternal night is upon us. The city needs all the talent it can get. Anyone who strikes that hard in public is no ordinary drifter. At a time like this, we shouldn't pick a fight with powerful strangers of unknown origin.
Take this blind fuck-up away. Drag him off for punishment.
My men don't know the rules. They offended our distinguished guests. Please, you two, head inside.
The apocalypse is all about survival of the fittest. If we had just backed down earlier, those hyenas would have seen us as weak. They would have chewed us up, bones and all. Showing your teeth is the best way to get around the wasteland.
Oh my god, is that it? When did the city guards become so easy to deal with?
It is only because that female guard is such a beast. She starts slashing without a second thought. But then again, that guy looks totally average. How is he so lucky? Finding such a beautiful and powerful female guard to be his bodyguard. I am so jealous.
Beautiful elder sister, how did you do it? You were so fast. I couldn't even see an afterimage. One strike and that arm went flying. That was so satisfying.
But anyway, you guys caused a huge scene in the city. Things are going to be wild for the next few days.
Anyway, let's stop talking about the gate. Have you guys heard? There is a massive story going around the nuclear ruins lately.
Captain, are you talking about that big news?
Yeah, it is about one of the 3 epic lords in our nuclear ruins. That queen, not long ago, she went all the way to Lawpaling, such a remote place, to settle a score with a transcendent lord. She even teamed up with 2 other local transcendent forces, putting on a massive show of force.
And then what?
With the 3 of them teaming up, they must have crushed them, right? Crushed them, my ass. I heard the battle was legendary, and 2 transcendent sanctuaries went poof, just like that. Even the queen's aerial carrier was trashed, and she fled in disgrace. She is back in the nuclear ruins now, recovering. Now, the whole Overlord circle in the area knows all about it. Oh my god, to push the queen that far. What kind of monster is that Overlord from Lawpaling? You have to realize, even the dungeon lords don't dare cross the queen.
Captain, where did that sanctuary and Overlord in Lawpaling even come from? Could they really be stronger than our big shot from Dungeon Zero? Could they really be more powerful than our boss from Dungeon Zero?
According to the Lord of Lawpaling, his real name is Shen Zhu. The sanctuary wasn't extraordinary at the start, but was a unique building that can constantly merge with other sanctuaries. The sanctuary can even rank up during battle! I've never even heard of that!
I only know that humans can rank up by taking gene potions, but at the cost of mutations and a significantly shorter lifespan.
How is that possible? Aren't sanctuary ranks set in stone from the start? A sanctuary that can rank up on its own is literally unheard of. Just who is this Shen Zhu? He is even more diabolical than the monsters.
I want 2 tier 1 gene potions.
This is the gene potion the squad was talking about. Other areas don't have it, because there is no nuclear radiation.
Enhancement successful. Tier 1 gene lock serum. Triggered a normal mutation. Radiation and side effects have vanished.
Why does it feel like nothing's changed? I don't feel any physical improvement either. Still no reaction. Maybe because I've been in Xuantian City for so long, eating spirit fruits and being nourished by spiritual energy. My body has already naturally broken a tier 1 gene lock equivalent. I am comparable to the bronze beyonders here. Guji is a special anomaly. A tier 1 serum is naturally useless for us. We'll need to get a tier 2, or even a tier 3 gene serum.
Master, I've bought the intel, as you ordered. It is from different informants, to ensure it is real.
In the eyes of her subjects, the so-called queen isn't some ruthless tyrant. On the contrary, she is a mother who loves her people like her own. She has no lordly ego at all. She often personally cares for and visits those helpless orphans. She and the Lord of Underground City Zero are life and death confidants and allies. By joining forces, they survived 2 eternal nights in the nuclear ruins.
During the last eternal night, in order to kill a legendary creature and cover the evacuation of the people to the underground city, the queen didn't hesitate to sacrifice herself. This caused the mothership to be severely contaminated by radiation, and her own lifespan was greatly reduced. If she hadn't fought with her life on the line, the entire nuclear wasteland area would have likely fallen completely long ago. I never expected that. The one so imposing in public was actually a hero who cares for the whole world. She'd rather sacrifice her life for the mothership, just to protect these tens of thousands of people. She truly has a spirit of selfless love. No wonder on her mothership last time she seemed to be the only one there. It turns out she did that to prevent the citizens from being contaminated by the ship's radiation, and entrusted them to Underground City Zero. It is just a pity that because of this nearly selfless kindness, she completely lost her sense of judgment with her family. Gao Jin's parents separated early on to focus on their careers, ignoring him entirely. Only his elder sister raised him. Spoiling him turned Gao Jin into a lawless idiot. Our feud is a fight to the death. The more admirable the opponent, the less we can let them live.
I am willing to personally take that woman's head for you, Master.
Only by infiltrating the guard can I truly reach the top brass of the underground city, to find Gao Xiaolang's hiding place. Meanwhile, to improve my ability to save my own ass, I still need to take the meds.
Refinement successful. The second tier gene lock serum triggered a common mutation. Radiation and side effects have vanished.
The side effect-free gene serum is a success. A silver, rank superhuman. I wonder if I can hold my own against Guji now. Yeah, no. If she doesn't hold back, it'll be a disaster.
Refinement failed.
Even if there is only a tiny side effect left, I can't gamble with my own body. I'll save this third tier serum for now. With my current silver, rank physique, applying for a guard position will be a breeze.
Hey!
The preliminary guard recruitment test for Dungeon Zero requires passing rigorous physical and combat assessments. With a physical breakthrough from the second tier serum, passing this preliminary test is a piece of cake for me.
Why do I feel a bit jealous of this wolf?
This is radiation sickness. It looks much worse than what the old man and his crew have.
Yes, Master. According to reports, radiation poisoning progresses through 3 stages. That Wasteland squad should still be in stage 1. Only that boy shows symptoms of entering stage 2. By stage 3, the patient can turn into a mindless monster at any time. On the surface it is quarantine, but their actual destination is unknown. Most are eliminated, or sent to high-level underground labs. I heard the Dungeon City elites have been developing advanced evolution serums. To give the ruling class total immunity, they need many stage 2 and 3 mutation patients to act as living detox vessels.
So, the old man and that clever kid. The Wasteland squad must know how brutal it is here.
People like them still have the strength to fight the eternal night. As long as they don't show specific radiation mutation symptoms, they're safe for now. They're gambling with their lives.
Trading them for tomorrow. This is the apocalypse.
Hey kid, you look like a fresh, naive outsider. Let me give you some advice. Medicine is good for saving lives, but don't overdo it.
Why's that?
If the meds cause your body to develop some strange high antibody mutation, and those locals from medical research notice you, humph, they'll straight up drag you to the dissection room, and you'll never come out again.
Let go of my son! Please, let him go! Officer, my son just has a fever! He has a unique constitution with high antibodies! He hasn't turned into a monster! Please don't take him away! He is only 15!
Take him!
Why is human life still so cheap, even inside the epic shelter?
Shen, I really didn't think you were such a dark horse. Seeing you blow up that testing pillar with one punch today, my eyes nearly popped out of my head.
Good job, kid. Looks like you survived the phase 1 potion. The pain of 10,000 ants devouring your bones. You've become a superhuman. You didn't make us wastelanders lose face.
I just got lucky.
When this eternal night ends, we'll get our share in the medicine. To cure this kid's radiation sickness. Then our squad will go back to the wasteland to hunt together. Damn, it is more exciting out there. The shelter is safe, but it is suffocating. Shen, you and Miss Gu should work with us then. We'll form a big hunting party to hunt high-level radiation beasts in the deep and make a fortune in netherstones. With us around, we've got your back. We'll also teach you some survival skills. After all, we're grown men. We can't hide behind a woman and her guards forever, right?
Sounds exciting. Then it is a deal.
Target detected in the deteriorating stage of radiation mutation. High-risk mutant toxins detected in the body. If allowed to serve as a guard or remain in the city, it will pose a catastrophic threat to the safety of the underground city. According to the Public Security Act, immediately execute top-level neutralization and mandatory isolation.
Let go of me! Captain! Save me, Captain!
Horseshit! Mandatory isolation my ass! You've simply set your sights on the fact that my brother has radiation sickness and want to use him for live experiments! You animals in human skin! Of all those you sent underground last month to the live experiment facility, did even one of them make it out alive? Answer me! That was to contribute to the future of humanity. Otherwise, with so many people contaminated by radiation, without test subjects, the people in the nuclear ruins might not die from the eerie tide, but they'll die from the sickness first.
Your brother's radiation sickness is quite unique. It can provide vital experimental data.
But he is still doing fine right now! You can't use the name of all humanity to persecute a child!
Enough talk. Spreading rumors and causing trouble. Obstructing the law. Take him down. Quite touching, actually. Refusing to comply with pandemic protocols. And even daring to attempt an armed uprising. Suppress them on the spot. Watch it. Avoid hitting anything vital. Keep them alive. We're short on high-quality live test subjects.
Captain, let them go! I'll go with you! Please, just let them go!
Weren't you acting tough just now? How about now? You lowlifes! With your pathetic lives, you dare cause trouble in the Shishi shelter.
The Grand Guard recruitment for the Shishi shelter is actually just culling the lower class to use humans as lab rats, even resorting to public kidnapping. So this is the so-called Shishi shelter of the Linghao underground city. The order and the chaos within are truly an eye-opener.
Another fool seeking a death wish, willingly offering up his own body. Wasteland trash. Buddy, don't come over! Just go! They're the security force from Underground City Zero! You can't beat them! Don't be a hero and throw your life away!
Let's go! Get one out there!
Destroy him and all these pieces of junk.
What a joke! Destroy us! Just you! This is too funny! It looks like your radiation sickness has spread to your brain! You'll make an excellent specimen! Break the kid's limbs. Throw him in the dissection room first. I want to be the first to study him.
Gaji, as you command. Terra est terram iba.
It is over. It is completely over. The Lord of Underground Zero has arrived. We're so dead.
Who the hell gave you the nerve to act so reckless in Underground Zero?
Security around here is getting worse and worse. Dealing with these petty nobodies is such a trivial matter for you to handle personally.
It is you!
So, that means you are...
Queen Gao, long time no see.
Shen Zhu! What are you doing here?
Shen Zhu. That name sounds familiar. Have you mentioned him?
Shen, why does the name Shen Zhu sound so familiar? Isn't Shen Zhu the one from Luopo City who attacked the Mothership and caused it to retreat and crush the defeat of the Lord of the Suspended City? He has been hiding among us! Shen! The Lord of the Suspended City!
Is he really the Lord of the Suspended City?
I feel like I am dreaming today.
Gao Xiaolan, it figures. Only this way could get you to come out in person. I am definitely settling this score. Just like I did with your younger brother, Gao Jin.
A lunatic. He is a total lunatic. I've never heard of an epic lord daring to go undercover alone in another lord's turf. This is no different from suicide. Where does he get the nerve?
You almost had me fooled. You forgot that. I am in an epic shelter, not your suspended city. I have to admit, the shadow you cast over me is quite large, but you are too arrogant. I don't know how a transcendent guard dares to break into an epic shelter alone. How is this any different from walking into a trap?
I didn't expect you to be such a coward, hiding hundreds of meters underground in this turtle shell. Who was it that acted so tough, coming to my suspended city and telling me to get out?
It seems you know it, too. The suspended city, trying to take Underground City Zero by force, is nothing but a pipe dream. That is why you are taking such a risk. But this is without a doubt the stupidest move you could make.
City Lord Zhang, take him down. I want him alive so I can torture him. Then I'll end his life with my own hand.
Oh. Is that so? Get to the point. If there is nothing, don't block my way.
Warning. Large-scale epic tier structure detected. Descending to the surface directly above the dungeon. Energy field anomaly. Defense systems have been fully locked.
City Lord Zhang, if you insist on making an enemy of me for him, then Shuwantian City will immediately be going to war with your dungeon.
He is right in front of us! Don't you even dare pull the trigger! The chance to take him out is right here! As long as he is dead, Shuwantian City, having lost its lord, naturally won't risk going to war with us!
But, being this confident, he probably has some cards to play. Even if we kill him now, it might not solve the current urgent crisis. What if Shuwantian City tries taking us down with them?
Don't be scared by him! The shelter is 200 meters underground, and with Reactor Zero providing infinite energy, the defense shield it powers, even if he has an epic railgun, without spending astronomical amounts of Mingxi, trying to break Dungeon Zero is literally wishful thinking. You are still so indecisive. This is clearly a bluff. He is unarmed, using only his mouth to intimidate us, two epic lords, if we hesitate because of this. And word gets out about today. Do you want all the lords of the New World to laugh at us for being fuck-ups?
How about this, Lord Shen? I can let you leave safely. As long as you provide compensation for the casualties, I need to give an account to my people. Whatever happens between you and Gao Shaolin after this, I won't interfere.
No. I am going to kill him today.
Even now, when you are surrounded, you still think you can kill me, instead of begging for your life!
Try it, if you want.
Lord Zhang, as long as you don't help Gao Xiaolan, Shuwantian City will take her place and ally with your Underground City Zero. We'll face the coming Eternal Night together. The difficulty of the Eternal Night in the ruins is unlike any other region. Last time, when your two epic shelters joined forces, you were almost wiped out. Besides, Gao Xiaolan's mothership is damaged, so her combat power isn't what it used to be. She has already been defeated by Shuwantian City. What do you gain by protecting her?
Don't listen to this kid's lies!
You just need to stay out of it, and you won't be breaking the alliance. Plus, I can help you completely solve the radiation sickness issue, without needing those inhumane human experiments.
Furthermore, even if Shelter Zero has deep resources, if Shuwantian City isn't there to help, how much strength will you have left to face the Eternal Night's eerie tides alone? But my Shuwantian City can rise 10,000 meters into the sky to survive the Eternal Night safely. We'll hide in the clouds like before, where even you can't find us, let alone those mindless monsters.
Solving radiation sickness.
According to the Joymaker's intel, this old man looks imposing. But the radiation has already seeped into his marrow. Otherwise, he wouldn't be this desperate to experiment on the living. With the Joymaker hive, as long as there is enough Mingxi, we can calculate a cure for radiation sickness.
What are you waiting for? He is bluffing. He is trying to drive a wedge between us. Order the kill, now!
It figures allies and confidants are just bound by interest in the apocalypse. As long as the stakes are high enough, this defense is completely worthless.
He is dead set on killing me. But what exactly is he counting on? Does he really think he can walk away from this?
Gao Shaolan? What is your mothership doing? Aren't you afraid of being punished and erased by the Covenant?
Now you want to talk to me about the Covenant. I am sorry, but Shen Zhu has to die. I have no intention of harming you or the Underground City. But even if the Covenant turns on me today, and I am condemned forever, I don't care. As long as I can drag him down. To hell with me. That is enough.
I trusted you so much, I even took the risk of letting your damaged mothership enter the depths of the Underground City for repairs. And this betrayal is how you repay me.
I shouldn't have conspired with a fool like you.
A timid coward like you isn't fit to be the master of the epic shelter, much less be my ally.
City Lord, watch out!
She is just as crazy as her brother. She really is something.
Sovereign. Armaments activated. King's armaments activated based on the Lord's shelter, forming exclusive armor and weapons. Shelter abilities can be accessed straight up. While the armament is active, it will continuously consume a large amount of nether stones.
Damn it! What is that thing? You actually blocked it! The Mothership's main cannon? Just die!
You are a good leader, and a ruthless one at that, but you are not a good elder sister. More importantly, you are my enemy. So, you must die.
Dungeon Zero, and the humans in the Fallout Zone, they are innocent. Shen Zhu, I am entrusting them to you. Protect them for me.
If not for this grudge, perhaps we could have been allies. Finally. That's crazy words, centuries. So she purposely didn't leave the mothership. She actually had this self-destruct move ready. Even the Monarch armor was trashed like this. But then again, with this highly radioactive alien scrap metal, covered all over in intense radiation, I wouldn't dare merge it even if it were left behind. Even transmutation might not clear the radiation. Fortunately, the most important thing is, Shuwantian City is down one epic tier enemy. Good night, Gao Shaolan.
Because his servants fought to the death to protect him, Lord Zhang survived. He offered to form a top-tier alliance with Shuwantian City, to conclude an alliance of the highest order, and showed great sincerity. Underground City Zero is truly an epic shelter. The underworld stones it possesses are more plentiful than those in Wanbao Pavilion. I have no interest in merging this underground city. My intuition tells me that if Shuwantian City wants to rise above the epic rank, to become a legendary shelter, relying solely on merging with the same rank, there is no way it would work. As for the 4 wilderness hunters who followed me into the underground city, I brought them back to Shuwantian City to recover.
Lord Shen, thank you. You saved my life. But once the Evernight passes, we simple folk still want to return to the wilderness to hunt for underworld stones. We aren't suited for a stable life.
Alright. You are welcome back anytime.
You are finally back.
I am sorry, Yu. I was delayed for too long this time, making you worry.
Everything in the city is fine. It is just that lately, it has felt so empty here. I missed you so much. I really missed you. I love you so much. Love. I want to have your baby.
World announcement. Legendary Sanctuary. The Terminal Heavens has issued a supreme edict. A summons is issued to all epic rank lords of the New World. A summons is issued to all epic rank lords of the New World. Notice to all invitees. Those who refuse or defy the order past the deadline will be seen as challenging the authority of the heavens and considered an enemy of the Pantheon. The Pantheon will then issue a decree to eradicate them at any cost.
A legendary sanctuary. The Terminal Heavens. Beyond the epic rank, a sanctuary of this level actually exists. No wonder they have the nerve to call themselves the heavens. To simultaneously force a summons on all epic lords. This is basically no different from the Apocalypse game system. Such terrifying hegemony. I don't know if this is good or bad for humanity.
A legendary sanctuary, the Terminal Heavens, beyond the epic rank. They can even act like the system of the Apocalypse game. Forcibly summoning every epic lord for a meeting. Refusal means you are an enemy of the heavens, to be eradicated at any cost. They certainly sound arrogant. However, if they can interfere with cross-zone rules, they have the right to be arrogant.
A legendary sanctuary isn't to be underestimated. If possible, it is best not to make an enemy of them, unless they back me into a corner. I'll go see this so-called Terminal Heavens for myself, and see what their game is.
Their faces are blurred. At most, I can tell their build and gender. However, you can see the name of the shelter they belong to.
Damn it! This gravity almost crushed me straight up! Is this the power of a legendary shelter? We're all epic tier lords, and yet we don't even have the right to enter the hall! What the hell is the Heavenly Court? Summoning all the players in the server, all you as epic lords for a meeting, without even a retainer to guide us!
Do they really expect us, the rulers of our respective regions, to be like mortals offering incense, climbing up these endless steps? This is freaking too much!
Can we go back? Have you tried? We can't! The moment we entered, the spatial nodes were locked down! These steps are the only way out! If we step off the plaza and fall into the Sea of Lightning, I don't know if our souls would be annihilated!
We're stuck. We're afraid to step into the Cloud Sea, but we can't resist the legendary pressure. This is a power play. The master of the Zhongmo Heavenly Court wants to start off by personally crushing all the pride. We high and mighty epic lords.
Alright, let's go! Let's see why this legendary shelter lord thinks he is so high and mighty! Let's see why this legendary shelter lord thinks he is so high and mighty! Let's see if he has what it takes to face the wrath of 100 epic lords! Let's see if he has what it takes to face the wrath of 100 epic lords! The gravity on these stairs is freaking lethal. My spirit body almost fell apart by the time I finished the climb. My spirit body almost fell apart by the time I finished the climb.
That is savage.
The Heavenly Court totally did this on purpose.
It seems that even as epic lords, most of them haven't taken any spiritual fruits or high-grade gene serums to enhance their physique. Most of them haven't taken any spiritual fruits or high-grade gene serums to enhance their physique. Most of them haven't taken any spiritual fruits or high-grade gene serums to enhance their physique. They've only made it this far by relying on their shelter's defenses and firepower. They've only made it this far by relying on their shelter's defenses and firepower. So this is the legendary shelter. Compared to an epic one, it is literally night and day.
Well done, everyone. Please, take your seats. Putting black chains on the chairs? And calling yourselves the Heavenly Court, forcing us here from every district, summoning us like this. Do you see us as lords fighting these monsters? Or just as dogs you've chained to the floor? If you don't give me an explanation, I am not sitting down today.
In this great hall, disrespect will be punished.
Mercy! Mercy! I was wrong! Forgive me, Lord! Have mercy! Heavenly Emperor!
I am afraid this legendary lord has bad intentions. He doesn't seem to want to lead the epic lords against the eternal night tide. It is more like he wants to be the emperor of the apocalypse, crushing us all under his feet.
Could this be?
Called you all here to discuss a serious matter. If everyone is harboring hidden agendas and lacks respect for Tianting, how can we stand united against the abominations? This must be the first time you are seeing this. This is the map of the new world. Do you think that just because you have epic sanctuaries, you can sit back and relax in this apocalypse and forever enjoy the power and status of ruling over everyone? You are dead wrong. The new world is divided by a barrier into two core continents, the West Continent, filled with abominations, and the East Continent, where we humans were teleported by the Apocalypse game. The West Continent is a land of corruption and mutations under the Eternal Night. The West Continent is a land of corruption and mutations under the Eternal Night. It is ruled by several powerful legendary abominations. They control countless restricted zones and endless mutated species. You could say they are the true masters and natives of this world, and we are just weak invaders, protected only by the game's barrier. The West Continent is constantly expanding, relentlessly seeping void corruption into the East. What we call the Eternal Night is actually the world of abominations, briefly piercing through the world barrier, without Tianting constantly repairing the barrier on the front lines. the eternal night would become permanent. Your regions would have become dead zones. Long ago, to fight against the West Continent, Tianting calls upon all epic lords to form an alliance. Tianting will take on the heavy responsibility of repairing the barriers, slowing down the corruption from the monsters' world. But Tianting's power is limited, starting today. All epic sanctuaries are required to pay 10,000 to 30,000 soulstones to Tianting every month.
30% of our soulstones? We worked hard killing abominations to earn those. Why should we give you 30% for nothing every month? You say it is for repairing the barriers, but there is no proof. You are clearly just making up excuses to bleed us dry.
Without the Heavenly Court repairing the barrier on the front lines, the spectral tides of the Western Continent would have leveled your territory long ago. Handing over the Netherstones is for the sake of the greater good of humanity.
To hell with the greater good. First they let me climb the ladder, and now they straight up want to leech off me. Not a chance. What? What is this? Break open, damn it!
He is dead. We were clearly attending this meeting in our spiritual forms. How can he straight up wipe us out along with our sanctuaries? What kind of power is this?
Those who refuse to fight the enemy alongside the Heavenly Court do not deserve to survive under this sky. Together, we will welcome a new world free of specters, as long as everyone sides with the Heavenly Court. Once the Heavenly Dao barrier is repaired, the Court will lead the charge on the first great Heavenly Dao crusade. Then, the Court will lead everyone to cleanse the entire Western continent, completely wiping out the specters and ending the apocalypse. All those who contribute will share the territories of the great wilderness in the new world. Everyone will be legendary.
Repairing the barrier, a great crusade. What a tempting promise. But a monthly fee of tens of thousands of netherstones is likely just an excuse for the court to squeeze resources from US epic lords to strengthen themselves. It also forces us to collect more netherstones from the vassal lords below us. Exploitation at every level.
This is a ranking of all 109 existing epic shelters in the New World, calculated based on defense, attack, special traits, and other factors.
Tower of the Heavens. I never publicly reveal the real name of my shelter. I've always used Sky Hanging City as a code name. I can't believe the Heavenly Court has such accurate information. I poured in all my foundations and resources just to upgrade Sky Hanging City to epic level, and even managed to take down Gao Shaolan's alien mothership. And yet I'm only ranked at 69th, which is pretty mid-tier. This intelligence gathering capability is literally like a system in a doomsday game. Maybe they're even more powerful than the joyous ones. I just wonder if they actually factored in every single combat variable. As for the 68 shelters ranked above me, and those moguls in the top 10, just how terrifying is their actual strength?
The Heavenly Court released this list to completely shatter any illusions you have of hiding your strength and hoping to just scrape by. Starting today, a tiered tax rate will be implemented based on the ranking. The top 10 are exempt from all taxes. The Heavenly Court will also prioritize resource allocation to help the top 10 reach legendary status with everything they have. As for those ranked below 10th, the lower the rank, the more netherstones you'll have to pay each month. What? Those at the bottom will have to pay a steep price of up to 30,000 netherstones a month.
20,000 netherstones a month. That is a steep price. This isn't a tax. This is a plan to completely drain all liquid resources from mid to low tier epic lords. They want to ensure we can never build up enough strength to resist the Heavenly Court's rule. Even if what this legendary lord says is true, and we successfully attack the ghost world, and clear out the threat, humanity will just end up living under a system where they're oppressed and leached off of by their own kind. We'll never be able to break free. Generation after generation, it will become an endless cycle of doomsday. When that time comes, what is the difference between these high and mighty lords and the monsters?
Additionally, Tianting has issued a server-wide announcement. It is the highest holy decree bounty. For anyone who can collect an epic treasure with a monarch title, or provide exact clues and intel on the owner, Tianting will provide full assistance to help their sanctuary reach legend status. They'll become a new legend lord, second only to final Tianting.
Tianting is already a legend sanctuary. I can't believe they're interested in an epic item, using legend status as bait. It seems the real value of this monarch ring is far beyond my imagination. And they don't know that I have the monarch ring. Otherwise, they would have seized it or threatened me by now.
Heavenly Emperor, this man Shen Zhu destroyed our Shengguo branch and slaughtered countless believers. Please, let Tianting strike him down, or let Shengguo raise Shuantian City.
I guess when you hit the small one, the big one shows up. It turns out behind the Gongzhoupi, there is another epic sanctuary. It even ranks 23rd among all epic sanctuaries. It is not to be underestimated. The reason they haven't come for me is likely the distance, or the sanctuary's inability to move. I wonder if the Lord of Tianting will favor her.
Lord Shengguo, set aside your personal grudges. In this great hall, the laws of Tianting are supreme. Any further outbursts will be punished accordingly. Moving to the next item on the agenda, to establish the order of the New World, and resist the encroachment of the Xi continent, Tianting hereby issues the Crimson Decree of Expansion. Do any of you have objections?
Article 1. Epic Lords have the right to reclaim lost territories in fallen zones and unify regions where no Epic Lord presides. Reclamation of fallen zones. Anyone who completely eliminates an abomination within a fallen zone and completes its reclamation, Tianting will directly grant that region to that lord as a permanent fiefdom. Unification of Wuzhen zones. Regarding chaotic zones without an Epic Lord, Epic Lords may freely integrate and take over.
Next is the supreme law of Tianting, the prohibition of private conflict.
Article 2. Epic Combat. Ban and Tianting adjudication. First, private combat is strictly prohibited. Epic Lords are the pillars of the Dong continent against the Xi continent. Lords are strictly forbidden from initiating legendary wars or physical combat. Second, Tianting adjudication. If disputes arise between lords concerning territory or interests, and they intend to go to war, they must obtain permission and adjudication from Tianting. Violators will be branded enemies of humanity to avoid wasting the strength of the human race.
Private wars are strictly prohibited. Everything must go through Tianting adjudication. These rules seem to protect weak lords on the surface and prevent internal friction, but in reality, they are taking the right to go to war away from all epic lords and placing it entirely under Tianting's control. Tianting can attack whoever they want, but whether we can fight each other is entirely for Tianting to call the shots. We can only suck up to them or even bribe them. What a perfect hegemony.
The Emperor Tianzi, I am the Lord of Dungeon Zero in the Hefei Zone. Radiation in the Hefei Zone is increasing daily. Hundreds of thousands at the bottom are suffering. They are barely surviving underground or taking drugs to actively shorten their lives. I beg Tianting to grant a miracle, purify the source of the radiation, and save the people of the Hefei Zone.
Lord Zhang, your compassion is commendable. However, purifying the source is a complex issue. Tianting is already researching a solution. Once we succeed, we will naturally grace the Hefei ruins. For now, pacify your people and wait patiently.
This legendary lord calls himself Emperor Tianzi. His ambition is massive. He fancies himself the leader of all human lords and the creator of order. Yet all he does is make rules. He suppresses others with sheer power, bleeding us dry. So far, I haven't seen a single shred of real action or sacrifice. It is literally ridiculous.
Lord Zhu, wait for the High Council to save you, and by then I am afraid everyone in your nuclear wasteland will already be dead. High Lord, please understand, that radiation source isn't a disaster at all. It is a gift from above to the nuclear wasteland. My Black Sunday Fortress absorbed the radiation. It is now the strongest sanctuary in the zone, capable of withstanding 10 times the usual shadow tide. Bullshit! Your fortress got stronger. But what about your people? Innocent people were forced to become half human, half ghost monsters covered in rotting scales. You call this protecting humanity. You are turning your own kind into monsters. How is that different from murder? The strong devour the weak. Only the fit survive. In this apocalypse, what is the use of your ridiculous dignity? At least you are alive as a monster. Dead men on the wasteland don't even have a voice.
Both of you stop. The council rules the new world. The council rules the new world. On the principles of democracy and fairness, we have always respected the absolute sovereignty of every region. Now there are only you two in the nuclear wasteland, epic lords. Since your ideologies differ, this is an internal matter. Resolve it yourselves. If you are going to war, the council won't take sides and won't interfere with either party.
What a load of neutral hypocrisy. Vault Zero is weak and undermanned, ranked only 108th. But Black Sunday Fortress used the radiation to expand and reach rank 76. The council's internal resolution is nothing but using the banner of fairness. It's just taking his side under the guise of fairness. It straight up hands Lord Zhang the death sentence. You are handing over tens of thousands of people to be devoured by that hyena at Black Sunday Fortress. You don't care if they live or die. The council doesn't want justice. It wants a powerful, obedient, and ruthless lord to act as its lapdog, to rule the nuclear wasteland and collect nether stones, about the lives of the common people in the zone. It has nothing to do with him. After all, he is already a high and mighty legendary lord.
Lord Shen, please save me!
Lord Shen, you look like you have something to say.
Lord Emperor, since you keep insisting on promoting fairness and protecting the spark of humanity, if we let the Black Sunday turn hundreds of thousands of people into these twisted, inhuman abominations, doesn't that go against everything the Heavenly Court stands for? Besides, if Lord Zhang reaches out for help, does that mean outside leaders
have no right to lend a hand?
It seems you still misunderstand the rules of this new world. Lord Shen, it seems you still misunderstand the rules of this new world. Lord Shen, today, I will reiterate the Heavenly Court's laws once more. In any territory already held by an epic leader, it is strictly forbidden for any outsider to deploy forces across borders. If multiple epic leaders start clashing across territories, it would be total chaos. It would be a devastating waste of humanity's remaining strength. It would be a devastating waste of humanity's remaining strength. How could we ever hope to strike back against the monsters? Any violator will be hunted down by the court. Shen Zhu, you can have the Desolate Ridge, along with the surrounding fallen zones or any area without an epic leader to keep order. You are free to use your skills to conquer and expand there, but you will follow the court's orders. The nuclear wasteland is held by Black Sunday and Lord Zhang, two epic leaders. If you dare set foot in their territory, or send a single soldier to interfere in their conflict, it will be seen as an open act of defiance against the court. The court and the other epic leaders will unite to destroy you.
The heavenly rules are set. Justice has been served. You all may leave.
The Heavenly Emperor's rules, I, Shen, have noted them.
Lord Shen, if you have the balls, I'll be waiting for you at the nuclear ruins. We'll take our time and have some fun.
Wasn't this Lord of Shuantian City acting all tough just now? In the end, he was still forced by the Heavenly Court to put on a leash and shackles.
Since he can't send a large army across regions, what kind of epic lord is he? Once Eri swallows Dungeon Zero, the nuclear ruins will belong to Eri. When that time comes, Eri will turn around, and with any random excuse, tear him and his tower down, unless he can offer some benefits that would tempt the Heavenly Emperor, so I to live comfortably in the apocalypse without becoming a military grunt. I must build a good relationship with this legendary lord.
Yeah, the Heavenly Emperor's way of handling subordinates is truly impressive, but ultimately, it all comes down to power.
Although I've allied with Lord Zhang, I should at least protect the humans of Shuantian City and Lorpeling first. If I offend the legendary lord for the sake of the nuclear ruins, and let everyone, for the sake of my choice, forfeit the safe lives they already have, is it really worth it? How exactly should I choose? Resist a giant like the Zhongmo Heavenly Court, or protect the people of my territory?
Unexpectedly, among the human lords, a legendary lord like this has emerged. I wonder if for humanity, this is a blessing or a curse.
By banning epic lords from cross-regional warfare, they use rules to lock me in Lorpa Ridge. The Heavenly Court thinks a set of hypocritical bans can actually stop me. What final Heavenly Court? What legendary sanctuary? They're just all show. How are they any different from the man-eating, leeching monsters on the surface? One day, Shuantian City must ascend to legendary rank to completely break all this oppression and these shackles. I'll even shatter the mandate of heaven and storm the Heavenly Court to see, behind that curtain of light, exactly what kind of madman is playing God.
Shen Zhu, no matter what you decide, or how dangerous it is, I will stay by your side. I'll play this game with you until the very end.
Master, that level 69 Lord of Shuantian City, his sanctuary actually has the unique infinite fusion trait. Plus, this man was so arrogant in the hall just now, completely defiant. He is clearly a rebel with his own agenda. Why not take advantage of his spiritual presence today? Straight up use the heavenly Dao rail across the zone, blast him to pieces, and take that strange building straight up.
He is just a lucky fuck-up who stumbled into a fusion growth sanctuary. The reason I have him locked down in Lorpa Ridge is because I am keeping him like a prize animal in a pen. Once he pours everything into fusing that Tianqiang Tower to the peak of epic rank, the Heavenly Court will just harvest the finished product. Wouldn't that be perfect? Besides, no matter how much he absorbs and fuses, or how big his sanctuary gets, if he doesn't meet the key conditions, and have my help, he can't reach legendary rank. No matter how much he fuses, it is just a bloated, fragile, oversized junk pile. As long as he can't reach legendary rank, in my eyes, he'll never be a threat to me.